lots of thoughts trying to come out at the same time. But,
Reform UK surge in local elections. Can they actually win, or is it all just talk? Watch till the end of the video and we shall discuss it in further details.
Nigel Farage's Reform UK is set to make huge gains in red wall constituencies, as a new poll has suggested that 2/3 of voters in Labour's red wall believe that Britain is broken. London-based marketing and research agency Survation has polled 2,032 adults online aged over 18 who were living in the West Midlands, East Midlands, North East, North West and Yorkshire and Humber. The results found that 68% of people polled thought that Britain was broken. Reform's national support since the general election last year has risen from 18 to 30%, with Labour's vote share falling from 39 to 26%. The poll was also worrying news for Kemi Badenoch's Conservatives, as just 26% see them as the biggest electoral threat to Labour compared to the 44% for Reform UK. Voting intentions for areas where elections are going ahead in May indicate that Reform's share will rise to 29%, while Labour's falls to 20%, with the Tories on 24%. Around 53% of people said that the cost of living is the most important issue for deciding how they will vote in local elections next month, with immigration on 35% and health on 32%. A Reform source has told The Sun, Labour have abandoned working people to become a party of middle-class North London lawyers who have completely lost touch of working people and their own heartlands. The damning poll for the government comes as Nigel Farage launches his local elections campaign in Morpeth, where he made clear that the party is giving Labour one hell of a run for their money and is now the opposition to the Labour Party, with the Conservatives trailing some way behind. Speaking on stage, Mr Farage launched a scathing attack on the government, where he attacked a range of what he called Labour lies, accusing them of a cover-up in the wake of the Southport attack that saw 3 young girls murdered in the summer of 2024.
Good morning, everybody. And I mentioned Runcorn because Runcorn is that kind of constituency. It is Labour's 16th safest seat in the United Kingdom. Well, I'm going to be there again on Thursday of this week, and all I can tell you is we're giving them one hell of a run for their money. And it's going to be, I get it. They've got 10 times the number of staff we've got. They've got a lot more money than we've got. They've got a much bigger machine than we've got, but it is going to be, I think, incredibly close.
So, local elections are coming up, and Britain's political mood is somewhere between mildly furious and I'm deeply fucking done with it. Labour's still polishing its landslide trophy from last year, but voters are restless because you stole their fucking fuel allowance. Apparently governing is harder than winning TikTok polls. And now we've got Reform UK, the political equivalent of Smash the System, but with less charisma than your average Wetherspoons landlord, climbing in the polls. Let's start in Hull. Lovely weather, but underneath all that seaside charm, political chaos. Labour dominates in the city, but the council is Lib Dem run. The Tories cling on in the rural bits, and now Reform UK has parachuted in Luke Campbell, yes, the Olympic boxer. Because when your region is dealing with poverty, transport issues and low productivity, what you really need is a jab cross combination and some Trump quotes. Luke Campbell, a self-styled outsider, wants to make Britain great again because nothing screams modern governance like recycled slogans from 2016 and a vague promise to fix everything by being angry at Westminster. And here's the worrying bit. It's working. Lifelong Labour voters are looking at reform and thinking, why not? And sure, Labour aren't helping themselves. The budget's hurt small businesses. National insurance hikes weren't exactly love letters to working families, and voters are still waiting for the big changes that they were promised. So now we're seeing what we call the protest vote roulette. Reform, Lib Dems, Greens, a Yorkshire Party guy with a regional flag and a dream, take your pick. Aaron Banks, the human embodiment of I Miss Brexit, is running for reform in the West, just what we need, because the only thing better than Farage's funding guy running for office is him doing it in an area where bus services barely exist and house prices are 10 times their wages. And yes, there is a guy from the Yorkshire Party up north and an independent down south, which is all very 2025. Nobody trusts Westminster anymore, so they're voting for anyone who sounds like they've never been to London. So to sum it up, local democracy in 2025 is like speed dating while the room's on fire. The public's angry, the parties are scrambling, and Reform is somehow making gains by yelling slogans into the void and hoping no one asks about actual policy. And here we are watching it all unfold like a national episode of The Apprentice, but the prize is running Hull. So tell me what you think in the comments. I've been Jake from Just Jake. Do you think Reform are going to have a landslide sweep of local elections? Or do you think the polls are lying? Let me know in the comments. I've been Jake from Just Jake. As always, subscribe to the channel and follow the Facebook page. See you next time.
Good day, sir!
You're still here? Well. This is what being right wing must taste like. If you want to subscribe to Just Jake, subscribe over there. And if you want to watch more videos from whatever the hell this is underneath it,